Thank God for the wake up. Thank God for the wake up. Thank God for the wake up. God morning and good morning. My name is Luis Lopez. I am your host of Talking Cancer, My Journey, My Way. Thank you for being and listening this morning. Just being who you are. I appreciate the time that you take out of your day to listen to the show. Um, and also, if you're battling today with any type of disease, one in particular, cancer or colorectal cancer, which I'm dealing with now, um, is definitely something to pat yourself on the back about. Um, this show is not just for somebody with the disease, but also but also for people um, that are dealing with the disease of a loved one. You know, because at the end of the day, those people are affected as well, and those feelings are valid. Um, Everybody deals with things differently, you know, and that's a fact. That's a fact, especially when something is happening to someone, a loved one, and you have no control over. And sometimes it could scare you. You don't know how to react. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to help. You don't know much. And sometimes we even push ourselves away. You know, I was talking to my wife the other day, and yesterday, as a matter of fact, and also talking to my niece as well. Um, and my wife asked me, she was like, "Babe, are you nervous? Are you nervous about um, your upcoming exams and stuff like that?" And honestly, I would have to say no. I'm not nervous. Nothing could be more scarier than being diagnosed. Everything else, for me, kind of falls to the wayside. Not only that, but I've talked myself into so much healing and so much prayer and so much um, just building myself up, not not building myself for hey, disappointment or anything like that, but just building myself up to be more positive, you know. And but when we're in the conversation, she was like, letting me know that it's been hard. It's been hard for her every day, and she remains positive and things like that and whatnot. Um, but it goes back to what I was saying in some of my past episodes is that this thing just kind of lives in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? Um, it's super crazy to just get rid of it. And it hasn't been easy for me either, to say the least. But everything I do from this point on has been more on a positive note, thinking about the positives that come out of having this disease. And what am I going to do um, to get better? That's all I know. Just what am I going to do to get better? What new plant can I eat? What water can I drink? What minerals can I have? Anything I can do that's beneficial to the way my body operates, I'm on it. But for her, you know, watching day to day, her best friend, constantly, battling, between his food and his, praying and his meditation and his stretching and, are you okay? And, all of these things, just watching me not do what normal people do, what is considered normal people do, you know. I'm now living this lifestyle that doesn't, um, kind of mesh well with the rest of the family. The kids, we try to work on them and getting them to eating more healthy, but they've already been used to and exposed to, chips and burgers and all of this stuff. So to just pull it away completely um, wouldn't be fair. But I do talk to them about it. But anyways, this lifestyle, is my own, and my wife, she walks with me, in regards to the lifestyle. But hey, she's not the one sick, so she tends to have these cravings too. You know what I mean? Like from her normal life. And you can't be mad at that. I mean, it is what it is, and I'm not mad at it at all. But she has to watch me not do the things that are not considered normal. You know, going completely plant based and things like that. You know what I mean? Just like she goes shopping and it has to be special or specific for me. So I could only imagine um, all the things that she goes through on a regular basis, and her telling me that just kind of sparked that thing in me. Was like, well, damn, you know what I mean? Like, there's other people involved that are watching, listening, to the podcast, and in their feelings some sort of way. I'm affecting them. My disease is affecting them in some sort of way. And I can't do anything about that. All I could do is continue to fight for the disease. But and we all know. But I just want those that are listening and want to you know try to deal with this a little easier. It's, and I know you know this already, but it's not your fault that I'm sick. It's nobody's fault. So take that burden, that part of the burden off your shoulders. You know, and I don't want anybody to feel bad for me. I don't want anybody to cry for me. I mean, I talk to people, tell people whatever, from time to time, and the first thing they tell me is that they're sorry. I don't want anybody to be sorry, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm not afraid to talk about where I'm at, um, to anybody. My stage, the things that I do, the lifestyle that I live, um, none of it. The fact of the matter is, you know, I'm in a better place, and I would love for you to be in a better place too. You know, even speaking with my niece as well, she was, she feels better because of the podcast, so she could hear me on a regular basis and hear how I'm doing. But it's one of those things where you're you're a close family member, and that person all of a sudden gives you some news, and now you're just like, in their eyes, every time they see you, you're like, in their eyes, maybe they're, damn, my Theo's dying, or my cousin's dying, or whatever, my husband's dying, So these things reverberate constantly through their mind, as I know what that's like, because those things were running through my mind. What is life like when I'm not here? All of these things playing. I'm already, my imagination was already being my worst enemy. Not using your imagination to benefit you, you're using it to lessen you. My imagination was already picturing what life was like without me, or what it's going to be like without me, or all the things that I'm going to miss. Instead, I use my imagination to think about the better things. And not only that, but try to live more in the moment, and the opportunity that I have to wake up, the opportunity that I have to just enjoy and be thankful for another day, another breath, another life, another hug, another kiss, another interaction, versus thinking about all the things that could happen. And then, that puts me, at least it did put me at that time, back then when I was thinking that way, it put me in a state of depression in some ways, where I wanted to cry. I wanted to, but understand, like, I'm here right now, so why am I not embracing this? So, for those that are listening and feeling the impact of my disease, I'm sorry that, you're going through this with me. And I definitely want to take a moment to say, you do not have to live in that. You don't have to imagine life. You don't have to think about the memories. You don't have to think about any of that. But if you ever want to uplift yourself, while I'm breathing, let's make a new memory. You know what I mean? Let's live in the moment and create a new memory. You see what I'm saying? It's all about just changing the dynamic in your your thought patterns. So I want you to be more positive. And I was talking to my niece, and I had already been kind of thinking about it already, but I want to, and I don't know who's up to it, but I'll start reaching out to the family soon, and say, hey, I want to start doing a series on how this disease of mine is affecting them. And it doesn't have to be with cancer, with my cancer, but it could be, okay, I was diagnosed, maybe they're reevaluating their lives and how they approach things and stuff like that. So, but definitely something I will be reaching out to the family about, and talking to them, and I just want people to know as well that if you're not on the show and don't want to be on the show, I'm perfectly fine with that as well. No one is obligated to express themselves or anything like that. And if you do, the words don't have to come out right, and just be you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I definitely want to talk about that and here upcoming soon is, we'll start conducting a family series, family and friends, or something like that. I think that'll be definitely interesting, to say the least. And not only that, but it gives you a chance to do and feel what I feel, a sense of therapy by just letting this stuff out into the world and let it be what it be. You know what I mean? Just let the cards fall where they fall. So again, I appreciate you. I want to thank everyone that's out there listening, just constantly, being amazing, you know, continuing their fight, those that are out there. I truly, truly am grateful for everyone and the platforms that I am on. Um, Whichever platform you're listening to, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for allowing my show to be on your show, on your platform. I want to thank you for all the different listeners. And by the way, listeners, if you're out there, uh, please, like, follow, share, subscribe. Um, Definitely would appreciate that. Uh, all the different countries out there that are listening, that are just trying to find a way to deal. I hope and pray that my podcast helps you just rechannel the negative energy to a more positive space. We need to live in a more positive space, even if we have a chance at surviving. Even if you're doing chemo and things like that, you need to be in a positive space. You need to believe that you're going to be okay, no matter what your treatment decision is. So I want to thank everyone, all the different countries that are listening. The Philippines, Ireland, United Kingdom, Mexico, Canada, Australia, Colombia, Saudi Arabia, Denmark, France, and Nigeria. International. That's amazing to know that I'm reaching people on a broader spectrum around the world. The internet is an amazing place. So, thank you. Grateful for so much, and just grateful for the platform. That's my time. I'm done. I appreciate you. Peace, love, one.